All right, percent proportions. Hopefully, you have an idea of how to set them up um, and then be able to solve. But a percent proportion, just like any proportion, you're going to have two equivalent ratios, right? Now, with your percentage, again, so many percent is so many per 100. Okay, now what happens when you have a proportion is the hundred's always there as your denominator for your percent, and they're going to give you two out of the other three positions. Your job's to find the value for that missing third position. Now that could be your percent, that could be looking for your part, or it could be looking for your whole. So depending on what the question is asking you, that's where your variable is going to be set. So anyways, the biggest keys I look for are my percentage sign. First of all, that's going over 100. If it doesn't tell me that, then if it asks you the question, what percent, then that's your variable. Put it over 100. The other thing that I always key on and look for is the word of. Whatever's after the word of. After the word of is going to be your denominator, right? It's going to be your whole. So that's what I always look for. Again, one of the things that the book will talk about and mention is the word is for your part, but that one's a little tricky because it could come before, it could come after. But I know after the word of, that's going to be my denominator, that's going to be my whole number here, okay, on this side of my proportion. And I know whatever's in front of my percentage sign is going to go over 100. All right. Now, once you go to solve, again, it's just like any other time we had a proportion. You can solve it with any strategy that you like. You can always cross multiply. That works 100% of the time. You can go across the river horizontally, or you could go up and down the ladder vertically, right? Anything you do to one side, you got to do the other. Anything you do to the bottom, you got to do the top. Remember to go to your variable with the same operation and the same factor. You got to have both parts to be able to get your answer correct. And then the last one is to reduce and then build back up, right? Simplify that side of your proportion and then kind of build it up from there. Use your factors to get wherever you need to go. Okay, but you're always going towards your variable once you have it built, and that's what we're looking for. So let's do some of these. Again, I will put this as a ed puzzle for you and kind of help guide you with the build, and then you guys got it on your own to solve it for our homework here today. So here we go. Let's take a look. All right, number one, what number is 25% of 280? So when you have your setup here, right, you know you got your 100 over here. Now a couple things. Course gives you your percentage, so you know where that needs to go, and then it says of 280, so you should know where that needs to go, and then find what number is, I don't know, right? That's my variable, and then you kind of solve it from there. All right, let's look at number two. Now number two here says 38 is what percent of 50? So what percent? I don't know. That's my variable. That's what we're looking for in this case, right? It says out of 50 though. So I know that 50 is going to be my denominator. That's my whole. 38 that is my part, and then solve for your percent. Okay. Number three, 5 is 25% of what number? Good question. I got my percentage. I know where that needs to go. 5 is of what number? That's what I don't know. That's going to be my variable. Solve for the variable. Put them in the right positions. Now this one, again, you can go up the ladder. You can go across the river. You know all kinds of good stuff to solve. Number 4, 25% of what number is 16? And again, always set up your skeleton here and then put your pieces where they need to go. There's my percentage, right? Needs to go in there. Of what number? I don't know, right? That's our unknown. So it's going to be our variable is 16. And just like that, I mean, pick apart the question to give you the right pieces of information where they need to be positioned. This one, again, you can go all kinds of ways. You can go down the ladder. That's probably the easiest way, but cross multiplying will always work. All right, number 5. What number is 80% of 500? All right, so got my percentage right here. I got my whole right there. Got my denominator after the word of. It's going to represent your whole. It's going to be your denominator. And this is what number is. That's what we're looking for, right? Okay, number 6. 12% of 120 is what number? All right. So, again, got my percentage. How about it? Of 120. Sure, right there. Is what number? I don't know my part. Right? Anytime it says what number or what is or what variable or find the value, that's your unknown. Just set a letter. I like to use in, but you can really use any letter. And then just solve for that letter. Now, the nice thing is when it's in this position, when you cross multiply, and this is just a little bonus note for you, when you cross multiply and then you divide by 100, you know all you have to do is move it 2 place values to the left. All right. Now, one like this, again, you can do a percent proportion. There's another way to do it. If you remember, when we found a part of a number, right, all you got to do is go here and here. That's really all you have to do. But you can also solve it with a percent proportion. So there's more than one way to solve these things. Find 68% of 50. It's going to be right in here. And then what we don't know is our part. Right there. Okay, number 8. What percent of 240 is 32? Again, what percent, I don't know, of 240 goes in the right position is 32. Make sure you're getting your numbers in the right spots so you can solve it correctly. And then, like we talked about, use those different strategies to solve. Number 9. 60 is what percent of 150? So when you have your skeleton, what is my percentage? Don't know. That's what we're going to look for. That's where my variable is, right? Of 150. My denominator, 60 is. Now, this one I would reduce, right? If you have a certain fraction where you can chop off your zeros, go ahead. And then I can look to go across the river, up and down the ladder, whatever I need to do. Okay? All right. Number 10, find 75% of 1,000. Again, guys, part of a number. 2 to the left. Boop, boop. All right? It works that way as well. So, either way, again, hundreds over here, out of 1,000. That's going to be my denominator over there. I got my percentage, put that in the right position, and then you solve for your part. All right, 2 more. What number is 33 1/3% of 66? Now, here's a special case, 33 1/3%. We know that is, right, 33.3 repeating percentage. We know that this is equal to what fraction? Yes, 1/3. Okay, I will do that for you. That is equal to 1/3. Y'all should know that. Now, if I want to know what 1/3 of 66 is, okay, a couple ways you can do this. Of 66, there's my denominator. What number is, I don't know. Now, what I would do here, once I'm in this position, is probably go across the river, or you could go vertically up the ladder, right? All good strategies to use. You can also cross multiply 3n equals 66 divided by 3. Okay? But all those are possible answers, possible strategies, I should say, to solve that. But one more, 50%. Ooh, know where that goes. Of 350. Again, that is my denominator. Is what number? I don't know. That's what we're solving. Okay.